Just when you thought I was done making toxic streamer videos, the gross hand of the spider god entity reached down and caressed my face and said, "Another one." Hi guys, my name is BlueDream47, welcome in, and we are going to be assessing a video that a member of my community sent to me. This is a match that he played with against this four-man SWF, and it's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. This guy and his whole squad was incredibly toxic, and one thing I would like to point out that I actually went and reached out to this streamer before the making of this video, and I talked to him. I said, "Hey, this was not cool what you did. This is, you know, a friend of mine," and he actually went into a pretty lengthy apology. So out of respect for this individual, I will be taking his name out, and blurring, you know, his face cam and stuff like that. But I still wanted to show you guys this video because it's a good example of, again, what not to do when you're streaming DBD. It is just a game. There's no reason to treat each other like this. We are all just fellow human beings just trying to play the game. You can play the game any way you want. So yeah, let's dig in, shall we?
50 fucking bucks right now.
50? Nah, bid more, more.
$100, $100 you'll never hit.
More!
Yeah, I'm not gonna cap. I can't recap.
Make it more,
I'm
make
not
it
gonna
more.
Oh my
I will
God.
fucking hit
You
Fred.
have a.
Oh my god, guys.
Oh shit! Take a hit! Take a hit! Take a hit! Take a hit!
Nice, nice. Good job taking a hit.
Hey, I'll
Fuck
see you
off, that hits! Oh my god, that's such bullshit.
You didn't.
Oh man, who's got the
Oh my
flashlight?
god, I'm
Who's got
so...
you, Aiden.
I
I
need to
appreciate you
fucking
taking
run
the hit for me.
resilience, man.
Bruh. He's a one hit.
Oh my god, I feel like I should have made that. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. No, you bit it! Who the fuck?
Nixon!
No, like a.
What?
Nixon blew it.
Bro, I'm literally exposed. The fuck do you mean?
Yeah, but you got off the gen right as you got a skill check, man.
Okay, yeah, definitely my fault.
I only like really
He's looking at me!
I only really stream Survivor, but I do play Killer occasionally. I'm not very good. I play Doctor and Wraith. Those are my killers.
Killer's trash.
Shut up,
Like
cat.
my main
Fuck you.
killers.
He's like
Hello.
camping, bro.
Thank you for...
Why Nixon? Cause you play killer?
You play... Oh my god, yeah. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
So you were the Bubba.
Who was
You
the
were
Bubba?
totally the
was
Bubba.
totally the
Nah, get
Bubba.
ban this motherfucker. Ban this motherfucker right now. You know, where's your sister, bro? Get her in here.
So, okay. So these guys, they started on a gen. They were all on one gen. The Ghostface came, and the Ghostface exposed two of them, downed two of them, and brought them both to the basement where he naturally proxied. Any killer, I feel like, would probably do this, especially considering that none of them left. They were all in the area. He had them in the basement, and right at the top of the stairs of the basement was a generator that had a lot of progress that was regressing with ruin. And if you hook somebody and they're right beside a generator that is regressing, it's usually in your best interest to at least proxy that area to make sure that they aren't doing that generator and getting the save. It's usually a good idea. It instills a lot of pressure on the survivors and will kind of force them to make a difficult decision and do something risky. So definitely the Ghostface was just doing the right thing, and he actually let them get out of the basement, which is pretty wild. He let them get out of the basement. So yeah.
Yeah.
Elijah, yeah.
This bitch.
What do you mean the border between.
Like, who came up with that dumb thing, bro? Like,
I don't
What the
fucking
fuck
know.
do you mean?
I thought you knew about that shit.
Okay, I am.
You're smart.
No, I'm not.
More.
I like when they shove.
What?
Who separated
not making
Canada from
sense.
America?
Like, who thought of that?
I don't know when Canada became independent. I don't
Who
know
thought
if they
about-
were
who
always
thought about,
independent. I don't know why Alaska's not part of Canada, honestly.
Yeah, I was
Are
gonna.
you ready?
That's the only thing that I can really say.
In 1818, a US-British agreement had established the border along the 49th parallel from the Lake of the Woods in the east to the Rocky Mountains in the west. The two nations also agreed to a joint occupation of Oregon Territory for 10 years, an arrangement that was extended for an additional 10 years in 1827. Yes.
He's gonna find the hook and then put you right next to it. And then he's gonna close it.
Yep, he's closing it. Oh, no. Okay.
No?
So, the ghost face let the survivor go, and just to give you some insight, he felt bad. The ghost face genuinely felt bad. He he did what he had to do. He killed all the survivors, the DC as well. He felt bad, so he gave the hatch, and this is what happened afterwards. So I don't know if you guys can read this, but he said, "What the fuck is MMR? Why am I versus you guys? MMR is whack." And they respond with, "Your mom smells like goat cheese. Bro, you really think you're that good? You can't basement LMAO." I'm just reading this out because I know it's really hard to read.
You DC'd?
Yeah, Nick.
Salt? No, honestly. Dude, I camped because everyone was there. No, you didn't, bro. It's so hard to read, so I'm just gonna read it out for you guys. Do you guys honestly think I would leave when everyone was around? No, it's all censored, all of it. Last night and her like goat cheese. Jesus Christ. So he's just talking about his mom. And the streamer leaves. And good on him.
Really fucking teabagged at him and he didn't chase me. Fuck you, dumb cunt.
So, pretty typical, nothing like too crazy here. Yeah, there was some toxicity in the endgame chat. There was some mothers being insulted, things like that. Nothing too crazy, but this is where it gets interesting. So, the ghost face goes into his chat, to try and, to just try and like reconcile and be like, hey, GG's, and we'll see how that goes.
Is Lika still talking to him? Yeah, GG.
Nah, fuck you, dumbass.
Oh.
Fuck you. Get out of here. No one fucking loves you.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
Facts.
Oh, I looped you multiple times. I mean, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I had a ruin to maintain. I had this to do. Like, bro, you left chase with me multiple times because I outran you.
Trash.
Bro, I literally fucking teabagged at you and tried to run you away from basement and you just fucking sat there. Don't try to say, oh, you could have just ran me from basement. I wasn't camping it. Fuck you, dumb whore.
I mean, he actually was capping it because he kept hitting Elijah and leaving him.
Well, I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna
Like, he
go,
kept
but
running to him and then.
I had a boon
Hold on.
up.
You
so
looked
they
right at me
healed.
as I was teabagging. The
I
fuck
had
you
a
didn't see me?
boon up, so they healed, and they took the hit, healed, and then came back, and you were still hanging around. You didn't maintain chase with any of them.
I was literally fucking teabagging you to get to chase me and you wouldn't fucking chase me because you were too kids and camping fucking basement. Fuck off.
They were spread out. There were 2 people in the
Bro,
basement,
you're dumb as shit. Dude, are you actually fucking dumb?
I don't know if this guy knows how to read.
they were on opposite sides, but somebody has to get both of us, and you were hanging around basement. That was just that. Like, I don't know why you're acting like that wasn't the case, because it was. I mean, you can't pretend like you're so much better than us. One, because I looped you and I literally traded hooks and died. Basically trading hooks. And you left me multiple times. And two, because you can't basement. Like, yeah, I traded both times. I traded for basement hook, and I traded for my death hook. Like, I don't know why you have this big head.
Bro,
like you're so much better than
your dick is max 5 inches. Max 5 inches.
Yeah, if you think you're so much better than us, like, it's just, I don't need to play by your rules.
Like,
Okay, well,
DM me a picture of your fucking. If you're overage, send me a picture of your cock right now. Guarantee it's max 5 inches.
Hey, yo, that's sus. Yo, cat radio.
I'm ready.
Bro, I'm
That's,
comfortable on sexuality. I
you
don't
ain't
give a shit.
really
So he comes into their chat and he's like, yo, GG's, you know, yada yada, and they immediately are just spewing venom at him, calling him a dumbass, no one loves you, and not once did he say anything like overly rude. Like he was even giving them props. Like the girl was like, yeah, like she was like, you left me, you know, and he's like, yeah, you were looping well. I wanted to maintain ruin pressure and you know, I don't myself believe in giving survivors second chances. Survivors have so many fucking second chances to begin with, from DS to Unbreakable to, you know, just stealthing when they're dead on hook and staying out of the killer's view. Survivors have so many opportunities for second chances. It's you're really doing yourself a disservice if you give them an inch. If you give them an inch, they take a mile.
Bro, you probably use your fucking dick cheese to rub your fucking bread. Shut up.
No, you were saying
I'm not
GG.
fucking mad. You're dumb as shit, dog. I don't know what you're doing.
You're saying GG in the stream, but then right after you're like, man, MMR's so fucked. I'm so much better than you guys. Like you're yeah, you're compensating, bro. Do you also drive like a huge pickup truck?
Like,
What are you talking about?
you were trying to keep room pressure up.
Stupid.
You were sweating your fucking ass off. Like, plain and simple. There was 4 gens left. We
Yeah,
did
you
we did
sweat,
1 gen.
bro.
We did 1 fucking gen, bro. You could have played with a little bit more mercy. Fucking hell. Like,
We literally don't give a
Jesus.
shit about this fucking game, and you were sweating.
There
so
was a
fucking
lot
hard,
of
your balls were stuck to your
sweat,
fucking
you
chair,
know?
dog.
To do with the game? No, it has to do with your big fucking ego, and the fact that your dick is definitely tiny to compensate for that. I'm sure you never
Facts.
satisfied a woman in your life.
Ayo.
Every woman had faked their orgasm with you, and that's assuming you got laid, which I doubt. Because I love this. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you love getting cuckolded.
I'm sure.
So, Jesus Christ, dude. So he's just like, you know, like what does any of this have to do with the game? You know, they're constantly just like, you have a tiny dick, you know, you've never satisfied a woman, all this fucking just pure venom, toxicity out the fucking roof. And you know, he's just like, what does this have to do with the game? It's just, oh my god, man, it's unbearable. Like it's just so disgusting. Truly deplorable. And he's just like, you know, he's not even saying anything to like keep this going. Like he's just like defending himself and being like what does any of this have to do with the game? Like I'm just playing the game, like, you know, and they're just, oh man, and so many chances these guys had to be like a better person. So many fucking chances. You know, like he was giving them props, all this and that. you know, and he's not saying anything insulting. Like, he's just genuinely just like, you know, defending himself and being like, yeah, you know, like, you guys did good, like, you know, whatever. And just so many chances that they could have just been like, yeah, you know what, yeah, it was a you know, just a bad game for us, but you know, it's nice to meet you, you know, I hope you have a good night. There's so many chances, and it's not fucking hard. Like, it's so baffling to me how people just like make the game so fucking personal. Like, they take a bad game, they take a game that they had with a killer, and they make it so fucking personal, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, it's a game, dude. Like, it's a game. Like, you don't have to like insult this person personally. Like, it's man, no man.
Because not every fucking person in the world takes this game so seriously.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not worth it.
Honestly,
It's-
we have plenty of killers who come.
Not every person in the world takes this game so seriously. My guy, you are fucking like, you are going so far above and beyond to just be so toxic over this game. Not everybody takes this game seriously, but you do. All of these people take this game too fucking seriously, my guy.
And we're like dope with.
It's not a competitive game. You don't have to play like it is.
It's not a competitive game, but if you don't play the way that we want, you have a small dick, and fuck you, and like...
No, be honest, right? How big is your penis? Like, be honest, just put it in the chat.
Yo,
I don't
what
care.
the fuck?
Nobody gives a shit, dude. Just put it in the chat. I wanna say how big his cock is because it's fucking
Yeah,
tiny as shit. You
he's
know,
gonna
it's
hope
fair.
it.
Any?
Nobody with a big cock will hesitate to put it in chat. Like, honestly.
Insta heal. You gotta.
I'm comfortable with sexuality. What is
take
wrong
a
with
hit.
that? I'm so concerned with what you think is so wrong about that.
Bro, you're
Are you
definitely.
homophobic?
Yeah, are you homophobic, bro?
Oh.
Imagine being homophobic in 2022.
Literally, they're like, oh, you have a tiny penis, ha ha ha. Like, this like fucking 6th grade fucking insult, you have a tiny penis. And he's like, what does my genitalia have to do with the game? And they're like, oh, are you homophobic? Are you homophobic? They're like literally telling him to send a picture of his fucking genitalia. And when he's like, that's fucked up, they're like, oh, are you homophobic? Are you homophobic? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Imagine not having the pride flag on your hook. Imagine.
Ooh. Did he not? I didn't pay attention.
Nah, I don't think so.
Take a
Oh
head.
no. Cat. He's farming.
Everyone wants to discuss sex in a chat online. Well, I guess
You
you
have no experience.
Yeah, I guess you have to
can't
have
say
sex
any
to be able
experience,
to
dog.
discuss it.
All right.
Bro, he's probably Christian.
Oh God.
Are you Christian, homie? You're giving Christian or Mormon.
Like Trump?
Do you like Trump? Yeah,
Oh,
that's another good
no,
question.
dude.
Do you do the 2020, 2024 Trump?
Oh my God. Please no. If the answer is yes, that's a ban.
Now they're like, oh, you're probably a Trump supporter. Oh, like, you know, you're probably a Trump supporter. And he's just like, nah, I don't like Trump. I would also like to state that in this streamer's rules of his chat, there's no politics. And so when he's like, no, I hate Trump, and they're just like, well, you're still homophobic, so fuck you.
That's where the homophobia comes.
bro.
That's,
Dude, I'm pan.
Ah, bitch. You bitch!
man. Did you have the pride flag then? Cause like,
Then why are you so uncomfortable to talk about your dick in chat?
Curious, and I can talk about that shit.
alright, you
Why
get
is
that.
it
You
so
get
weird
that.
for a guy to talk about another guy's dick? Why are you acting like it's so fucking weird? Like it's like the... Okay, because you don't want to, okay.
Are you just not comfortable with your sexuality?
So you're
like-
insecure.
You're insecure. That's literally it. If you're
A small fucking piece.
if you're pan and you don't want to talk, you're just I don't know, you're just insecure. I mean, it's literally anonymous.
If you're pan and you don't want to talk about your dick, you're insecure. Okay. Okay. How do we even like dissect that? Like, there's no way to like, even fucking dissect that. Like, Ooh. Just because you're pan does not mean that you're gonna go out in public. So if you're pan and somebody approaches you on the fucking street and is like, how big is your penis? Let's see, and starts grabbing at your fucking like crotch. Because you're pan, you should be fine with that. You should be fine. Like, you should just be like, here you go, yeah, here you go. What the, like, who the, that part specifically got me the most, dude. I was like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, oh my god.
Endgame build?
Yeah, no, it,
He pretended to farm and now it's an endgame build? Yo?
no, it freaking blood water and everything.
Let me just spin around.
People can play how they want. Okay, well, yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
can
we
play
can,
how they want.
and then people
We
can call it
we
out.
We can call it out, and we can not stroke your big ass ego, which.
We can say that it's not fun, you know, we can say you were sweating.
So he's like, I can play how I want, and they're like, yeah, well, we can call it out. We can say that it's not fun, and we can, you know, not stroke your ego. And they keep saying that he has a big ego. But let's just keep in mind how offended they got over him being like MMR is whack, you know, insinuating that they were not as experienced. They fucking blew up. They fucking blew up at the fucking slightest little, you know, remark that they might not be as experienced as other players. They fucking exploded. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of sounds like some ego going on there. That kind of sounds like, you know, some inflated, you know, ego going on there. You know, somebody says that, oh, well, you know, you're not as good as I am at this game. And they're like, oh, you have a small penis. Oh, you're homophobic. Oh, you have a small penis. You're sad. Your life is sad. Fuck you, dude. Like, that kind of response is is kind of you know, a little bit egotistical there. They also say that oh, well, you know, we can call it out, we can play how I want. Yes, you can, you know, it's perfectly valid to be frustrated at the game. It's perfectly valid to be a bit upset that you had a bad game. That's perfectly valid. Nobody's gonna respect you if you're just the typical toxic SWF. Nobody is gonna give you an inkling of fucking respect if you play a bad game, and rather than looking at what you did wrong, because there was a lot that they did wrong in that match, you know, rather than doing that and making it so fucking personal with this, you know, human being behind the keyboard, like, you're not going to gain respect from that, you know? Like, yes, you can call it out, you can call out certain killers' behaviors, like, oh, he camped, oh, he tunneled, oh, he proxied, oh, like, yeah, you can do that, but when you make it so fucking personal, you're not gonna be a respectable member of the DVD community. You're not a respectable member of the community. You're just another toxic SWF. You're just another toxic fucking player. That's about it. He gets a raid, and they gift a sub to the Ghostface, and he obviously allows the entire, you know, party of the raid to, you know, bully the Ghostface. I don't really want to show any more of that because it's just irrelevant, and it's just sad. Literally, my boy Ghosty was just playing the game. He was just playing the game, and you know, they played a bad game. They made a bad play from the start of the game. They overcommitted to a gen. He managed to get 2 of them in the basement with a gen with a lot of progress regressing at the very top of the stairs, and naturally he proxied it. he allowed them to get out of the basement. He literally let them all get out of the basement, and he gave them Hatch. He literally gave them Hatch because he felt bad. And what set them off was him saying, "Oh, MMR is whack. Why did I get matched up with you guys?" And he was saying that because he genuinely felt bad. I don't think he was meaning to say that as an insult. And when he came into the chat, he was coming in to say GGs and like, and you know get on good terms, because I think he realized that it probably came off that way. They are just spitting the most toxic venom, because he's pan. He's insecure because he doesn't want to talk about his, like, it's just gross. And like I said in the beginning of this video, the streamer in question actually did apologize for a lot of the things said. He apologized on behalf of the other people. I am still making this video though because I think that this is a good example of what you should not do. You can't be doing this stuff if you're a streamer, man. This is gonna bury you. Like, nobody is gonna respect you, and definitely nobody in the DBD community is gonna respect you. The only people who are gonna respect this are people who are just as toxic, if not more. If you want to be different, try being nice to the other people. Anything that somebody says in a VC on your stream is something that you are allowing them to say. And if they break TOS, you break TOS. It does not matter. It does not matter. If they say it, you've said it, essentially. So this is why when I'm streaming, I generally will not allow people to talk in VCs on my stream, unless I'm doing a collab with another streamer that I really trust, and I know that they respect TOS. So yeah, pretty wild stuff here. Again, I will be taking out the streamer's name, obviously, out of respect for him, because he did apologize. But I want to make this video as an example of what you shouldn't be doing as a streamer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. It goes a long way for me. We got weekly uploads coming. Be sure to check out the TikTok as well. We got cool stuff on there, excellent plays, clips, and be sure to check out the Twitch channel. I stream just about 4 or 5 times a week, and lots of DBD action, so Killer and Survivor as well. So be sure to check that out as well. All right, see ya.